What is going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez, back with another Prize Picks video for you. Today is Saturday, March 11th, 2023, and we got 10 games going on in the NBA today. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. So to kick things off, I thought we'd recap our picks from yesterday, jump into some updated injury news, and then we'll end the video talking about a few player props that I like, and I'll share with you why I like them so much. So without further delay, let's jump right into that recap over yesterday's picks. So yesterday's picks, man, crazy, weird night. I mean, honestly, because of the Jared Allen incident. So if you weren't watching that game, it was an NBA TV game. Jared Allen ended the game with 23 PRA, going up for a rebound, contested rebound, gets poked in the eye by Bam Adebayo, and leaves the game with like 7 minutes left or 6 minutes left in the game. It's just super unfortunate because I believe that had he remained in the game and got his usual fourth quarter run, he would have gotten us well over 24 PRA. So that was a little bit unfortunate. We did find a ton of success with our Jimmy Butler props. Now, if you remember, I told you that my favorite prop on the night was his points prop at 21 and a half, but that I also liked his PRA. And then if we did get a fantasy score under 40, I liked that as well. So all three of those props went well over their lines. And then we briefly talked about his free throw prop of 7 free throws made. He finished the game with 8 free throws made. So 3 for 3 on our Jimmy Butler plays, and that was really fun to watch. And then our last play of the night was Pascal Siakam, 5+ assists, didn't get it done, ended the game with 2 assists. So uninvolved in that offense yesterday, barely had the ball in his hands, and when he did have it in his hands, he was missing 3-pointers, he was missing shots. Unfortunately, Pascal Siakam did not get it done for us. So we move on into today's slate. It's a new day in the NBA, and we get to run it back and do it all over again. So I have a few player props that I want to share with you right after we get into this injury news. Let's go. So the injury report has started to fill out a little bit. I looked at this last night, and it is a lot different this morning. So probable, Kevin Porter Jr., questionable. We got Giannis, Tyrese, Kyrie Irving, Brandon Ingram, TJ McConnell, Miles Turner, Mark Williams, and Jordan Clarkson. And then as far as being out, we got Luka, Jalen Brunson, Kevin Durant, Alec Burks, Hamidou Diallo, Jaden Ivey, Peyton Pritchard, Jonathan Kuminga. So quite a few Pistons on this list. Luka's already out and Kyrie is questionable. So if Kyrie doesn't play today, that could be just a nasty, lopsided game versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Yeah, and then if Giannis doesn't play today versus the Golden State Warriors, that might be, that's obviously a great thing for the Warriors as they need to win this game badly, but this evens out the playing field a little bit more in terms of, in favor of the Warriors, I should say. All right, so let's talk about this Prize Picks board. Check out everything that we have going on here. Quite a few props have been listed already or posted already. Missing a few teams, missing a few players, but for the most part, we got a lot going on here. Most of the teams and players are represented. So I mentioned I have a few player props that I like today, and I want to share with you. So let's stop wasting time and let's dig on into this and talk about the first player prop that I like today. And it's going to be out of the Boston-Atlanta game, and I want to talk about Al Horford. Really interested in his points player prop, in his PRA player prop, and his points and assist player prop. So as we head on over to props.cash, pulling up that 10-game log for Al Horford. Previous game versus the Atlanta Hawks, way back on November 16th. I almost don't even want to count this game just because it happened like 8 months ago. Scored 7 points. So not a big night for Al Horford, 27 minutes. Only took 6 shots, 3 from 3, 1 of 3 from behind the arc, 3 of 6 overall. So not your typical Al Horford night. A few things are different now. Number one, Rob Williams not in this game, and that's a big plus for Al Horford. Number two, Al Horford over his last 10 games has been playing really good basketball. And 7 out of his last 10 games, he's hit his point prop. So that's a really good thing. Facing an Atlanta team who allows the 21st most points in the NBA, and then the 24th 24th highest field goal percentage allowed in the NBA. You know, middle of the road pace of play for the Atlanta Hawks, number 12. Scrolling down to Al Horford's shot chart, field goal attempts chart, we can see that last game against Atlanta, we saw that he took 6 shots. Well, over his last 10 games, he's averaging 9, and over his last 5, he's averaging 10. So 30-40% increase in shot volume for Al Horford, and he's taking more threes, he's making more threes. So all these things point in the right direction for Al Horford tonight. Something I wanted to also mention as we look at his PRA line tonight, set for 19.5. Just digging through the last 10 games of the Atlanta Hawks, and you know, when Capella's on the floor, I'm gonna read off a few numbers that I added up. So these are gonna be the numbers, the PRA versus power forward / centers over the last 10 games. So 23, 31, 53, 27, 46, 23, 20, 20. So those are all the PRAs recorded by centers, power forward, you know, types of players. And that averages out to 24.3 PRA. And we can see that Al Horford's PRA line tonight is 19.5. So those are my top 2 props for Al Horford. And then I really do like his points and assists, because this is a really low number. It's only propped 3 higher than his points. So he needs 13 points and assists to clear this. He needs 10 points to clear his point prop. Al Horford can very well grab this prop with just points alone. So those are going to be my 3 favorite player props for Al Horford. And I like the over on all 3 of these player props. The second player that I want to talk about today is going to be Kenyon Martin Jr. And pulling up his props over on Prizepicks, the 3 that really stand out to me are his points, rebounds, assists, and his points, rebounds and assists. So his PRA. Let's head on over to props.cast, pull up his 10-game log, and just take a look at what he's been up to over these last 10 games. Now, keep in mind that Kevin Porter Jr. is probable today, so more than likely he will play. If you're concerned at all that he'll cut into Kenyon Martin's production, I wanted to share this with you that Kevin Porter Jr. has been in the lineup since March 1st. He played the 1st, the 4th, the 5th, and the 7th. I believe he sat out against the Pacers. But he's been in the lineup, and you can see that Kenyon Martin Jr.'s numbers have not suffered at all. So pulling up a few different numbers for you, I just want to share some point totals scored by opposing small forward wing players versus the Chicago Bulls. So 17, 12, 10, 20, 34, 11, 17, 10, 8, 13, and 13, 18. Those are all point totals. Now, a few of those point totals were scored by small forwards on the same team, but they're wings, so I put those numbers in there. That's over the last 10 games, and all that averages out to 18 points allowed per game to the small forward by the Chicago Bulls. And we can see that Kenyon Martin's point prop today is 12.5. His point prop is well under the averages that I see versus small forwards over the last 10 games. I mean, he has just been on a nice pace here with and without Kevin Porter Jr. in the lineup. Now, I don't expect him to go out and score 22, 23 points tonight. We only need 13 from him, so I'd be happy with 14 points from him. We mentioned earlier about his rebounds and assists. Now, this line is set to 7.5. It's not as appealing as his points prop, but definitely see the upside here. And he's right there, man. Not exactly hooking it. He's falling short of the hook, but he's right there. So this is another one that intrigues me. Points, rebounds, and assists for Kenyon Martin Jr. over the last 10 games, 6 out of 10. Now, these 2 games, we had Kevin Porter Jr. in the game, and you can see what he did. And then these 2 games, he didn't have as good of a game. So, kind of a mixed bag with his PRA. So, I guess, you know, my favorite point or my favorite prop for KJ Martin tonight, Kenyon Martin Jr. tonight, is going to be his points. And then I like his PRA second best. And then I like his rebounds and assists third out of these 3. If I had to rank them in that order, it'd be points, PRA, and then rebounds, assist. And the last player prop that I want to talk about today is going to be Stephen Curry. I don't know why that's all caps. Looks kind of cool. Stephen Curry over 39.5 PRA. Yeah, I like the over on this. Let's head on over to props.cash and check out what he's been up to over his last 10 games. In Steph Curry's 3 games since being back from injury, he's put up 35, 53, and 40 PRA. Now, that 35, he went over his prop line that game. I believe his prop was 33 PRA. So he hit that in limited minutes. He only played 30 minutes. He averaged 1 PRA per minute in that game. Then goes out, puts up 53 against OKC, and then in a losing effort, puts up 40 against Memphis. Game history versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Last time these 2 teams played back on December, put up 27 PRA, only played 27 minutes in that game. You know, I like this for a few reasons. Number one, Steph Curry and the Warriors are playing at home, and I mean, the way they've been playing in some of these games, it kind of doesn't matter whether they're on the road or not. I mean, sometimes they just look so inept, making bad decisions, turning the ball over a lot, just not on the same page. But they need every advantage they can get going down the stretch and heading into the postseason and trying not to become a bubble team. Definitely don't want to be in that little mix. But yeah, I like this, you know, for those couple of reasons, being at home, and then they just need to come out and play with some urgency tonight. And after that game versus the Memphis Grizzlies, this is just a must-win game for them. They're in front of their home crowd. They gotta play, a great team in the Milwaukee Bucks, who could be without Giannis tonight. Now, if Giannis sits this game out, I can guarantee you that some of these lines for the Warriors get bumped. So I like the over 39.5 for Curry, and anytime we can get his PRA under 40, I like it a lot. So go ahead and put me for the over on Steph Curry. And just recapping the other 2 player props that I like. I like more than just 2 player props because I like multiple player props from these guys. Over 12.5 points for Kenyon Martin Jr. The over points, rebounds, and assists for Kenyon Martin Jr. And then I like it, but my least favorite of the 3 is going to be his rebounds and assists. 7.5, the over on that one. Same thing here with Al Horford, liking the over on his point prop. That's my favorite one. Liking the over on his PRA, and then liking the over on his points and assists, because I believe that he can get his points and assists with just points alone. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's video. Truly appreciate the time you've taken to check this video out. Drop me a comment below letting me know who your favorite props on the board are. Who do you have your eyes on? Also, let me know what you think about these props, these picks that we went over in today's final look video. Do you love them, like them? Do you want to leave them alone? And as always, thank you so much for all the support, the likes, the subs, and all the comments. And again, it just really helps this channel get a bit bigger every single day. So thank you so much. And until tomorrow's final look video for Sunday, March 12th, Chavez is out.